Don't miss any content. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell.
Arsenal's number 14 found the back of the net from 12 yards to help them end a 14-year-old Jinx at Old Trafford, never winning there since September 17th, 2006. A man of the match performance from Ghanaian Thomas Partey was also integral to this win. The Gunners have now beaten Manchester United at home for the first time in 14 years. Liverpool went back to the top of the Premier League table after they beat West Ham United 2-1. Diego Jota coming on from the bench to score in his third home game in a row. Gareth Bale and Tottenham Hotspur are now in second after the Welshman came from the bench to help Jose Mourinho's Tottenham Hotspur find the winner after Tariq Lamptey had scored his first goal and equalized for Brighton, who had gone down by 1 goal to Harry Kane's penalty. It was a header after both loan stars, the two players on loan from Real Madrid, combined Reguilon finding Bale in acres of space before he headed home. In Spain, Barcelona have their worst start since the 2002-2003 season, 8 points from 6 games, and in that season they finished 6th. Real Madrid won 4-1. Eden Hazard returning to action with a goal. They sit in second, only behind Real Sociedad, who captured David Silva over the summer. Cristiano Ronaldo returned to action for Juventus, coming off the bench to inspire a 4-1 victory. He scored a brace after coming on, and Zlatan Ibrahimovic found a winner for AC Milan to keep them on top with a bicycle kick. The oldies rolling back the years. Welcome back to Sahara Football. As usual, I am your host, Salasi Fiawi. Today is performances of Ghanaian players abroad, and it was a masterful performance by Thomas Partey and his Arsenal teammate. He and Mohamed El Nene bossed the midfield in that game at Old Trafford, helping his club win for the very first time at Old Trafford in 14 years. Kevin Prince Boateng found the back of the net for his side AT Monza in their win over the weekend against Dela. Emmanuel Boateng helped his side Dele Ngifang win against Frank Echampon's Tianjin Teda. Samuel also made his debut for his new club side Al Ali Jeddah. Jordan Ayew returned to action after recovering from coronavirus. He made a substitute appearance as his team lost, unfortunately, in that game. And KAMAAL found the back of the net, as well as Andre Ayew, captain of Swansea City. It was a great weekend for Ghanaian players, as is always the case most of the time, actually. And I was happy to see Ghanaian player Thomas Partey get the recognition he deserves. And mind you, this is not the first time Thomas Partey is hitting this stride. He has been doing it week in, week out in La Liga. Just that La Liga doesn't have that much of the attention that the Premier League gets. So people making it sound like Partey is the new kid on the block amazes me sometimes. So let me just jump right into it. Look at all the performances of Ghanaian players abroad. And in England, I start from, as I usually do. Wolves took on Crystal Palace on Friday night, and it was a 2-0 victory for Wolves at home. Jeffrey Schlupp played 65 minutes. He will be with the Ghana Black Stars next week when they assemble to play in that all-important double-header in the AFCON 2022 qualifier. He played 65 minutes, and Jordan Ayew came back, returned, recovered from COVID, came on in the 72nd minute of this encounter. He could not, however, help his team get something out of this game. Coventry, they took on Reading, and Andy Adam was not in the squad as his side lost 3-2 to Coventry. Swansea City took on Blackburn Rovers. Andre Ayew scored in the 61st minute to help his Swansea side to a 2-0 victory against Blackburn Rovers. QPR took on Cardiff. Albert Adoma played 63 minutes of the encounter before he was substituted. His QPR side beat Cardiff City 3-2. Aston Villa versus Southampton, and it was a 4-3 victory for Southampton. Aston Villa rallying late on in the game, but unfortunately they could not get a point. At least they were down 4-0 before scoring 3 goals late on in the game. Mo Salisu still not in the squad for Southampton here on this occasion. Newcastle United took on Everton, and Everton lost their second game in a row. However, Dominic Calvert-Lewin continued his amazing goal-scoring form, finding the back of the net, albeit a consolation goal in the end. Christian Ayew still not in the squad. Nothing has changed on that front. Manchester United took on Arsenal at Old Trafford in what was the game of the weekend. Partey's masterclass and man of the match performance helped Arsenal get their first win in 14 years at Old Trafford. Spain, I move to next, and Celta Vigo. They took on Real Sociedad, the league leaders. Real Sociedad thrashed Celta Vigo 4-1. Joseph Ayew came on in the 46th minute. He has fully recovered from COVID. Real Zaragoza took on RCD Mallorca in the Segunda Division of La Liga, Segunda B. Idris Baba came off injured in the 63rd minute of this encounter. In Germany, Fortuna Düsseldorf, they took on Heidenheim, and Kevin Danso for Fortuna played 71 minutes, went off injured. Kelvin Euphoria came on in the 84th minute of this encounter. Gretheford took on Hanover 96, and Loweling Jamie, who has earned his first call-up for the Ghana Black Stars, came on in the 74th minute. Patrick Chumesi as well came on in the 74th minute for Hanover 96. In Italy, I move to next. Roma took on Fiorentina, and Alfred Duncan, who plays for Fiorentina, came on in the 82nd minute of the encounter. His side, however, lost 2-0 to Roma. Cittadella, they took on AC Monza. Kevin Prince Boateng played 78 minutes, scored in the 10th minute from the spot to help his side to that 2-1 victory. Last time out, he opened his account and it was still a loss for his AC Monza side. This time around, it ended in a win. In France, Stade de Reims took on Strasbourg, and Majid Waris came on in the 76th minute. Alexander Djiku was not in the squad. Stade de Reims beat Strasbourg 2-1. Nimes Olympique took on Metz, and John Boy was not in the squad as his side rallied to a 1-0 victory against Nimes Olympique. In Turkey, I move to next, and Besiktas, they took on Yeni Malatyaspor. Bernard Mensah, fully recovered now from COVID, came on in the 70th minute. Efri Akwa played 71 minutes of the encounter for Yeni Malatyaspor, of course, as the game ended 1-0 in favor of Besiktas. Galatasaray, they took on Angara Kuku, and Joseph Painto was not in the squad for Angara Kuku as they lost 1-0 to Galatasaray. Trabzonspor were beaten 4-3 by Kasim Pasa. Caleb Okuban was not in the squad for this game. Then Paderborn took on Jan Regensburg. It was a 3-1 victory for Paderborn. Christopher Entriaje came on in the 58th minute. Denmark, Nordsjælland, they took on Midtjylland, and it was a 4-1 victory for Nordsjælland. KAMAAL scored in the 70th minute for his Nordsjælland side in that 4-1 thumping. And Netherlands, Ajax continued steamrolling past teams. They beat Fortuna Sittard 5-2. Kudus Mohammed obviously out injured still, a long-term injury, possibly into next year before we'll see him in action. It's quite unfortunate. In Bulgaria, Ludogorets Razgrad, they took on Levski Sofia. It was a 1-0 victory. An assist for Ghanaian Bernard Tekpete in the 84th minute after coming on in the 64th minute. In the United States, I move to next, and but returning Ghana Black Stars player Harrison Affo was in action for Columbus Crew as they took on Philadelphia Union. He played 90 minutes along with his compatriot Jonathan Mensah also in there. New York City, they took on New York Red Bulls, and Samuel Tete was in action for New York Red Bulls. They lost 5-2 to New York City FC. He played 46 minutes of the encounter before being substituted. Samuel Owusu made his debut for Al Ali Saudi. He came on in the 61st minute. They lost 2-0 to Al Ittihad. And China, Tianjin Teda, they took on Dalian Pro. Frankie Champon played 90 minutes of the encounter. Emmanuel Boateng with a goal in the 44th minute. He played 90 minutes of the encounter as well. And Red Bull Salzburg, they took on Swarovski Tirol, and they won 5-0. 5-0 thumping Swarovski Tirol by Red Bull Salzburg. And Majid Oshimeru was in action throughout the entirety of the game. So those are the performances of Ghanaian players abroad. Great performance by the Ghanaian players. Thomas Partey, honorable mention. He has been doing this for years with Atletico Madrid. I'm happy he gets in the recognition he deserves. Parallels being drawn between him and the likes of Arsenal legends Patrick Vieira and co. I'm happy he's getting the recognition he deserves. He's an amazing player, and now the world is seeing that in full flight. Andre Ayew was on target. Kevin Prince Boateng found the back of the net for his AC Monza side. Emmanuel Boateng helping his side to victory as well with his goal there. It was a great weekend. Looking forward to the next one. Let me know what your highlight of the weekend was. What game did you enjoy watching? Which player impressed you over the weekend? I know the answer to that one. Still comment it in the comments box. I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy your day.